My ideas come when I least expect it. So I've always got to have a studio nearby or close by somewhere. I always feel like, as long as I'm doing what I love to do, the money's naturally gonna come. When you start thinking business and you start thinking what's hot? What's the wave? Who is hot? Let's get at that person. It becomes a point where you're trying to strategize to make money. And that's always a gamble. I always want to set myself a challenge by doing something no one would expect me to do. But, having said that, I don't feel as a musician you can steer too far away from what you normally do. It's always the music first for me. But if the music isn't selling, there isn't gonna be any business. So you got to make sure music is always the first priority. In Africa, age is not important over there. They don't care. As long as you're giving up quality records and you're making hit records, people are always going to want to hear a hit. And they'll always want to be attached to something that's doing great. I just like music all the way around the board. I can't stick to one thing. I've got to move around. I always try to give my own albums space in between, so I have time to create a new sound and give time for people to miss me. You have to come out fresh and reinvent yourself. Melody has a certain way that it projects back to you. It triggers certain nerves in your body and certain instincts that normally wouldn't be triggered by a normal voice. Whatever obstacle comes your way, you gotta be prepared to jump over it. And I think that's what separates the legends from the regular artists. It's all in how you manage that success, and how you deal with the controversy when it actually comes. I always felt like, if you get to a point where you've got enough money to invest in something real, you got to invest in anything that's related to a natural resource, because that's going to be here forever. So you might as well invest in something that's going to be here, rather than invest in something that's going wear out. Any album that you pick up of mine, you know it's an Akon album. The guests are very limited, and you get to really feel the experience. You get the Akon experience when you get the albums. I always want to make sure that stays the way it is. I don't want to flood the album to where you lose focus on why you bought it. The fact that I can actually make something that I actually enjoy and put on repeat, and it's not related to anything else or anyone else's thoughts and ideas, and it all came from me. I just love that aspect of it. That's my actual payment. While I'm here, I'm going to milk it for all I can. So when I'm no longer hot and I know that day is coming, I will step over here and enjoy everything I've created up to this point. The music is just opening all these doors, so I can relax. Everything is a blessing to me. If you dream it, you can do it. The difference between dreams and success is that dreams need effortless sleep, and success needs sleepless efforts. I think even outside of being an artist, anyone with success should always put themselves in a position to help others. I love to just go to the movies, watch the movies, and listen to the scores and all that, because that's like the next step for me. What I remember the most really was just running wild out there. Barefooted, swimming in dirty lakes, selling fruit, and picking mango trees, hoping not to get caught because they don't take kindly to thieves in Africa.
I had an uncle named Rambo. He was like the town hall bully. That's why they call him Rambo. And he used to always get locked up when he was in Africa. So we would have to visit him. And in Africa, you don't get served food. Your family have to bring the food to you. And there's no bathrooms. It's just literally a cell. There's no air conditioning, none of that. Like, you're stuck, no showers. It is what it is. The most horrible experience I've ever experienced. I used to be so afraid of getting locked up. Like, I used to be terrified of jail. Then I went to the United States. and did everything in my power not to get locked up, because I remembered that those visits I have to make to my uncle. Then I get locked up. I'm crying real tears on the way to jail. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. I wasn't even caring about what my mom and my dad thought. I was worried about what I'm about to be dealing with. So I get to jail. They give me a uniform. I get a bologna and cheese sandwich with some ice cream. They give me a bed with comforters, a television in the hall. I'm like, dude, this is paradise. I know I shouldn't be saying this, but I was like, man, if I could live like this every day, I'm cool. Because it was so luxurious to me compared to what I thought jail was gonna be like. And it made me so fearless after that. Like I was so fearless. Like if I can come back, if I gotta come back to this for punishment, I could do whatever I want in America. Like that, no, that's how crazy it was.
Yeah.
But then after 6 months of that, I couldn't move. I was stuck. I couldn't get out. I couldn't do anything without the guards' permissions. That punishment was worse. And just me being who I am, a real, free person, I gotta move when I wanna move. I gotta, like, as you can see now, I'm like a free bird. I just do what I want when I wanna do it. When that freedom was taken away from me, it changed everything. And then I had a cellmate, he was an older guy. He was actually being transferred to death row. Ooh. And I was remembering about my two best friends, that was at the time, was just locked up. They hadn't been transferred over or even sentenced for that matter. And the older guy, who was my cellmate, would always talk to me every day about his life and what he'd been through. And then as he was going, I would write things about it. And naturally, because I already had the habit of writing about songs,
yes,
of my actual experiences, I wrote about being locked up while I was locked up. And I would sing it out loud to the point where the whole pod would sing it every time the guard would walk past. I'm locked up, they won't let me out. And it became like an anthem in there. And then the old guy came to me. I remember his name was Booney Low. And he said, listen, man, if you put as much hustle into your gift as you did in the street, there's no way you can't be successful. He said, life is really all about choices. You could choose the left side or the right side, the good side or the bad side. And it all depends on where you put your energy. You could be the richest man in the world, but the most wanted guy at the same time and can't even spend that money freely. Or you could do the positive thing, be the richest man in the world, and be able to give the money out to whoever you want, when you want, do whatever the hell you want to do with it. It's your choice.
Thank you for watching this video. Please kindly like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Until next time, stay golden.